the king of Israel. Who is this man? In the days of Samuel the prophet, Israel formally rejected Adonai from being ruler in Israel when we desired a king to rule us after the manner of the nations. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah, and said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto Yahweh, and Yahweh said unto Samuel, Hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me. Thou shalt not reign over them, according to all their works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me, and served other gods. So do they also unto thee. Now therefore hearken unto their voice. Howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them. 1 Samuel 8, 4-9. This wickedness was great in the sight of the Almighty, asking for a king when the Most High was our king. Is it not wheat harvest today? I will call unto Yahweh, and he shall send thunder and rain, that ye may perceive and see that your wickedness is great, that ye have done in the sight of Yahweh in asking you a king. 1 Samuel 12:17. Though Adonai gave us Shaul and then David and his sons, it is evident that the throne of the sons of David still belonged unto Elohim. Then Solomon sat upon the throne of Yahweh as king instead of David, and said and prospered, and all Israel obeyed him. Excuse me, I read that wrong. Then Solomon sat upon the throne of Yahweh as king instead of David his father, and prospered, and all Israel obeyed him. 1 Chronicles 29:23. David and his son sat upon Adonai's throne and sat in his place as king. A few kings ruled according to his righteousness, but most were evil. Here Elohim testifies against Zedekiah, the last king to rule in Judah. And thou, profane, wicked man of Israel, whose day is come, when iniquity shall have an end. Thus saith Adonai Elohim, remove the diadem and take off the crown. This shall not be the same. Exalt him that is low, and abase him that is high. I will overturn it, and it shall be no more until he comes whose right it is, and I will give it him. Ezekiel 21:25-27. The right of the throne of David, or more precisely, the throne of Adonai, belongs to Moshiach. He is the last in the lineage of the sons of David, which would take the throne and wear the crown forever. At the end of the 70-year captivity, when the sons of David had ceased to reign in Jerusalem, Zechariah prophesied of the coming of Mashiach, the king. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly and riding upon an ass, and upon a colt, the foal of an ass. And I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, and the horse from Jerusalem. And the battle bow shall be cut off. The battle bow shall be cut off. And he shall speak peace unto the brethren, and his dominion shall be from sea to sea, and from the river even unto the ends of the earth. Zechariah 9:10. Not only would he be king over Israel as the son of David, but his dominion would be unto the uttermost parts of the earth. Thus we conclude that Mashiach would sit upon the throne of Elohim as king of Israel and king of nations. But again, I would like to ask, who is the king of Israel? And when ye saw that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, came against you, ye said unto me, Nay, but a king shall reign over us, when Yahweh was our king. 1 Samuel 12:12. I am Yahweh, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King. Isaiah 43:15. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their King. Psalm 149:2. Beautiful for situation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion on the sides of the north, the city of the great King. Psalm 48:2. Produce your cause, saith Yahweh. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob. Isaiah 41:21. Thus saith Yahweh, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts. I am the first, and I am the last, and beside me there is no Elohim. Isaiah 44:6. For Yahweh is our defense, and the Holy One of Israel is our King. Psalm 89:18. Consume them in wrath, consume them, that they may not be, and let them know that Elohim ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. Selah. Psalm 59:13. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto Adonai a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith Yahweh of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. Malachi 1:14. Furthermore, who is the king of all the earth? For Yahweh, the Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. Psalm 47:2. For Elohim is the king of all the earth. Sing ye praises with understanding. Elohim reigneth over the brethren. Elohim sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. Psalm 47:7-8. So we see then that Elohim alone is king, both over Israel and also the whole earth. Who then is this man who is called Mashiach, to whom Elohim shall give his own throne forever, his throne over Israel and his throne over the heathen? For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty El, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Upon the throne of David, upon his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. Isaiah 9:6-7. Moshiach should not be just a man, but Yahweh Eloheinu, born in the lineage of David, born a son to inherit his own throne. O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself, but of me is thy help. I will be thy king. Where is any other that may save thee in all thy cities? And thy judges, of whom thou saidst, give me a king and princes. I gave thee a king in my anger, and took him away in my wrath. Hosea 13:9-11. Rejecting our king was our manner from the beginning. But they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them, according to all their works, which they have done, since the day I brought them up out of the land of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods. 1 Samuel 8:7-8. The prophets foresaw the same thing happening with Mashiach, our king, that he would be rejected in the time of his coming. The time of Mashiach's coming was foretold during the Babylonian captivity after the destruction of the first temple. It was said that our Mashiach would come after the decree to rebuild Jerusalem, which decree came forth in the days of Nehemiah and Ezra, and before the destruction of the second temple, which took place in the year 70 AD by the Romans. Now, therefore, understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto Mashiach the Prince shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The streets shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. And after 62 weeks shall Mashiach be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, unto the end of the war desolations are determined. Daniel 9:25-26. Here, Daniel went so far as to say Mashiach will be cut off. Also David prophesied of those who would be against our Mashiach. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his Mashiach, anointed. Psalm 2, 1 and 2. As Isaiah spoke of the despised and rejected Messiah, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not. Isaiah 53, 3. Not only would Mashiach be despised, rejected, and raged against, not only was he to have vain things imagined about him, have kings against him, and have rulers counsel against him, and let me start again. Not only would Mashiach be despised, rejected, and raged against, and not only was he to have vain things imagined about him, have kings sent against him, and have rulers counsel against him, but he was to be killed. See Isaiah 53, 8, 9. As for Israel, we hid as it were our faces from him. Israel has long rejected Yahweh from ruling over them, and when he came as our Mashiach, he was rejected unto being killed. Nevertheless, he rose from the dead, ascended to his rightful place as King of Israel and King of the nations, and now rules upon his throne, having accomplished through his death salvation for all mankind. Look unto me and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth, for I am Elohim, and there is none else. Isaiah 45:22. For Elohim is my king of old, working salvation in the midst of the earth. Psalm 74:12. And Yahweh shall be king over all the earth. In that day there shall be one Yahweh, and his name one. Zechariah 14:9. Thy throne, O Elohim, is forever and ever. The scepter of thy kingdom is a right scepter. Psalm 45:6. Let it be known, therefore, unto all the house of Israel that Yeshua HaMashiach is the king over all the earth. Shalom.